Come with feminine energy. We are defining a boss chick today. She does not come with feminine energy. It is not going to mesh with this masculine energy. We're going to be in arguments. We're going to be in a disagreeable house.
This conversation is beyond played out, but since it won't go away, I have like 15 cents. My first thing is, at what point does the switch happen? At what point are you going to tell your daughter, stop making all A's, don't worry about getting to a good college, don't worry about being smart, because if you want a masculine man, all you got to do is learn how to listen to what a man say and what a man do. At what point are you going to tell your daughter that? At what point is a woman supposed to throw her career away if she doesn't have a man? At what point is she supposed to say, I don't want to be a boss anymore. I don't want to take care of myself. Like, at what point? I need an answer to that. And then the second problem y'all are having is a lot of y'all don't really have no money for real. That's a big thing. You got a couple $100,000 saved and you think you've arrived. You think you've made it. And you think you're going to be able to take care of a whole person and family with that? You're sadly mistaken. And say something happens to you. Then what? Then what? Don't call the boss chick. Don't call the boss chick. You and your submissive wife figure it out in the homeless shelter together. And then number 3. It's a big one. Men feel like successful women don't need them. And that's just not the case. They might not need you financially, but that doesn't mean they don't need companionship, love, support, a friend, someone to carry groceries in, take the trash out, someone to teach their sons how to be men, someone to teach your sons how to pee. Men, your role is still very much needed. Just not so much financially. And that's okay. You don't gotta work that hard. But stop tearing us down, though.
Come with feminine energy. We are defining a boss chick today. She does not come with feminine energy. It is not going to mesh with this masculine energy. We're going to be in arguments. We're going to be in a disagreeable house.
So the first thing I want to say is, this woman ended up, what she thought she was doing with this conversation, she ended up actually proving this man's point without even realizing that she's proving his point. First of all, when it comes to the same conversation that we know about boss chicks and that they're masculine and this and that, like, we already know, like, it goes without saying that not every woman that is running a business, or not every woman who is in a space that requires her to work harder, not every woman that is a breadwinner for her household is masculine. Is that correct? Yes. But if we're going to talk about the majority of women, and as soon as women get power, okay, the majority of women, as soon as they get a little inch, a space, a tip of power, they don't know how to act. We see it even on the regular job. Okay? You be working a job and a woman becomes a manager, she got a low promotion, don't know how to act. Start telling people, oh, well, you can clock out. Well, you can go home. Well, you can do this, because the authority feeds their egos in a certain way. And all of a sudden, they feel the need to, portray the superiority mindset. They have the superiority complex. And so because I'm making this, you're beneath me is what's in their mind. Because I have been fortunate enough to be able to drive this, or to be able to spend money on this, or because I can go on vacations, and I know that normally people are not able to do that, all of the people who are not able to do these things are now all of a sudden beneath me. It's illogical. It makes no sense. Everybody has their space in the home. Okay? Everybody has their place. But for some reason, when a woman starts, getting certain degrees, start getting certain knowledge, start making a certain amount of money, all of a sudden, everyone's beneath her. She said a lot of things, so let me just go ahead and play it so we can listen to it.
Is beyond played out, but since it won't go away, I have like 15 cents.
Well, first of all, it's not played out. It's not played out. And it will never be played out. And the reason why it will never be played out is because we always see that when a lot of women are younger, they have this boss chick mindset. And then all of a sudden, when they get to a certain age, people are not checking for them no more. All of a sudden, they're trying to figure out how they can get on a man's page, how they can be agreeable, how they can get into relationships, and how they can fix it. So no, we're going to keep talking about it so that people can get the understanding and the information from the beginning. Not waiting until you know, hit a certain stage in life and then you talk about where are all the men at? You ran them away because you thought that your money was going to keep you comfortable at night. You ran them away because you thought that the checks that you were making were going to comfort you. Not realizing that that's not a full-bodied person. That's an entity. That's something that you're supposed to obtain. But the money that you're obtaining is obtaining you. You're supposed to own things, but those things own you. Okay, hold up. Okay, let's go.
Is at what point does the switch happen? At what point are you going to tell your daughter, stop making all A's, don't worry about getting to a good college, don't worry about being smart, because if you want a masculine man, all you got to do is learn how to listen to what a man say and what a man do. At what point are you going to tell your daughter that? At what point is a...
Who said that? Who said that? Who said don't be Who said that the balance of a masculine man is a stupid woman? Who said that? You know who said that? You said that. You did. Because you can't fathom that a woman can get all A's, can focus on school, can get a degree, and can be respectful for a man all in one go. You think that it's either I listen to a man or I become successful. Not realizing that a lot of the women that you see that are successful, that you think got it out the mud and all this kind of stuff, did it because of a man. Of him allowing her that space, of him giving her the ideas, the knowledge, of his direction. Whether that man is her husband, her father, if there was a man that was somewhere in the mix. Nobody said that you have to be dumb. Nobody said that you have to be unintelligent. Nobody even said that you have to be uneducated. But why is it a trend that as soon as you get educated, that you turn your back and you start acting like, oh, I don't need y'all, I don't need this, I don't need, you guys can't do, I can't. It's the same feminist mentality, right? You want equality. Okay, so as soon as you become equal, now you're saying we don't need you. It wasn't the freedom that you want. It wasn't the ability to do the things that you want. Now it's, I want to be able to be better than you, and now I want to figure out how I can get you out of the equation. Stupid.
To throw her career away if she doesn't have a man? At what point is she supposed to say, I don't want to be a boss anymore, I don't want to take care of myself? Like, at what point? I need an answer to that. And
also, she said, at what point is this woman who can't get a man supposed to throw her career away and try to find one? If you put all of the effort that you put into school, into those books, into knowledge, into learning something to be over somebody so that you can have some plaques on the wall, all the effort that you put into learning that, if you put that into learning how men operate and how they think and what they want, you wouldn't have that problem. If that was also a priority to you as these other things are, you wouldn't have a problem. That's the answer.
The second problem y'all are having is a lot of y'all don't really have no money for real. That's a big thing. You got a couple $100,000 saved and you think you've arrived. You think you've made it. And you think you're going to be able to take care of a whole person and a family with that? You're sadly mistaken. And say something happens to you. Then what? Then what? Don't call the boss chick. Don't call the boss chick. You and your submissive wife.
You see what she did again? You and yo, she didn't want to say broke wife. She didn't want to say broke woman. She tried to pretty it up for the video. But you and your submissive wife, y'all gonna have to figure it out in the homeless shelter. So why do you think that a woman, just because she's submissive, doesn't mean that she can't make her own money? Where did that come from? Again, you. And a lot of these women do this because their options are limited. And so they try to downplay the woman who's submissive, who wants to get on the man's page, who wants to understand men. They try to downplay that woman to make themselves feel better about this current state that they're in. And another thing, if a man thinks that he has $100,000 and he has arrived, what do these women think? They're not even making that. They're not making that. But because somebody answers to them at whatever job or whatever it is, they have the mindset. Oh, well, I'm this. I'm better than everything. You know, I'm better than sliced bread. You know, nobody can't tell me nothing. Oh, because why? Because why? It's ignorant.
Out in the homeless shelter together. And then number 3. It's a big one. Men feel like successful women don't need them. And that's just not the case. They might not.
What? Girl. Men feel like successful women don't need them because successful women tell them they don't need them. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Of course they feel that way when the women are saying, I want you, I don't need you. I could do it by myself. I don't need you to do this for me. I could do it. If I could do all these things, what do I have you here for? That's what the women are saying. So don't just try to act like these men are just getting up out of nowhere talking about, oh, successful women don't need us. And because I'm so intimidated by this successful woman, now let me say these things about the boss chicks because it's actually because they don't want me that I feel this way. That's not what's happening. That's not reality. The women are saying, we don't need men. I don't need you. I don't need this. I don't need that. I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. So do it then. Now the men are saying, since you told us so much why you can do it by yourself, let us also let you know that while you thought that you were doing this on your own from a choice, we don't want you. That's what the real conversation is.
Financially, but that doesn't mean they don't need companionship, love, support, a friend, someone to carry groceries in, take the trash out.
So just because a woman doesn't need a man financially doesn't mean that she doesn't need a man to do all these things for her that I could also pay somebody else to do. And because I need these things, but I don't need you financially, and even though my mindset says that I could do better by myself, but now I still need a man to do all the things that I don't feel like doing, I don't want to do, and are also all labor related. All about what you could do for me. So because I'm the breadwinner, this is what the mentality of the boss chick, because I'm the breadwinner, I don't need you to do anything for me because I'm paying all the bills, so I don't have to listen to you, but you can do all these things for me. Don't feel bad to do all these things for me, even though I don't need you. I only want you, even though it's not a priority for you to be here. Even though all these things I just named, I could hire somebody to do. No man is listening to that. You know why? Because as soon as he gets in the house and he tells you one thing, you're going to discredit everything and all his manhood because you feel like he's not contributing financially, and since he's not, he's beneath you. Tell the truth. You're mad at men for saying, we'd rather a woman that's agreeable. And the trend that we're seeing is as soon as y'all get a little check and y'all could buy something, y'all don't know how to act and we don't want it. Why would I be with somebody who doesn't want me? Common sense to me. Makes sense to me. There's another conversation I got with hit dogs holler. You wouldn't be mad unless you can't follow the protocol or unless you're a disagreeable woman yourself. That's the only reason why women say these things, because they themselves are disagreeable. And so they try to justify why they can be disagreeable and why it makes sense for them to be disagreeable instead of looking within and saying, you know what? Yeah, well, that's true. Some women do have that mentality, but I personally will not have that mentality, or I don't have that mentality. You can't say that because you do. You absolutely do. But let me know what you guys, and of course, I don't know this woman in general, but based off this, we talk about the conversation, okay? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.